I mean, showing up every day in spite of how you feel is one of the most important aspects of participating in the challenge, because you're asked to track things about your day that you're never asked to track on a daily basis. So you're actually getting to see where you are meeting a mark or not meeting a mark, and it can get frustrating. Yeah. And it can start to feel like, you know what, there's no point in showing up.
And well, I mean, the interesting thing about the challenge is it's virtual, right? So what are you showing up for? You know, like that's the question sometimes that goes through my head.
Right.
And the answer for me is I'm showing up for me.
Right.
Like the practice that I get in the Whole Life Challenge and showing up is practice for me showing up for myself.
Sure. I mean, it's just being willing to continue to look. Right. Because what are you going to do? Like just stop paying attention? You're just going to start doing all the things you wanted to quit doing?
Well, really what I meant was if I have an appointment set with you to meet you for coffee or for a workout or whatever, I typically honor that much more rigidly than I do an appointment with myself for working out. So when I'm accountable to 10 minutes during the challenge for stretching or for exercise, it gives me the opportunity to practice. Showing up for me, why? Because I said so.
Right, because like if you had an appointment with someone and you didn't really feel like it, you wouldn't be like, nah, I'm not gonna go.
Or appointment with me? No way would I, there's nothing holding me to it.
Plop down on the couch, turn the TV on, and this gives you the chance to say, I made a commitment, and this is a chance to show up in spite of the fact that I don't feel like it, that I wanna eat dessert tonight, I don't feel like exercising.
It's 8:30 at night, it's been a long day, you want to just put your feet up on the couch and watch TV. Well, what if you put your feet up on the couch, but you bent forward and stretched?
Right.
I don't know how many times it's happened to me. I've actually done that. And it wakes me up to remind me to do stuff like that. Same with exercise. I can take my dogs out. Like, typically I don't count walking my dogs as exercise, but if I was about to go to bed, and I realize I haven't worked out that day, and I ordinarily would go to bed. If I decide I'm gonna go take the dogs out for a walk and look at my watch and go 10 minutes, I actually count it. It's a rare thing that I do, but for me that would count because it's exercise and it's not normal. It's not something in the realm of I would have ordinarily gone to bed.
Right.
So and that's showing up for me in spite of how I feel.
What's really critical when you take that on as a mindset is you start to consider how many times you thought you couldn't do it and then you did it.
Right.
Because so often you'll convince yourself, I can't do it.
Right.
And then you do it and you find out you can.
Or you get 5 minutes into exercise that you thought you weren't gonna do, and you're like, oh, this feels pretty good.
I want to do more.
And you end up doing 20 minutes or 30 minutes or 40 minutes, or having the workout of your life.
Right.
You know?
But I think like the lifting the cover on the lies you tell yourself, the excuses you give yourself, and being able to say, you know how many times I said I couldn't do it? I said during this challenge I didn't want to, or I didn't want to do it anymore, and I did it. Yeah. Like that's really important. And I mean that really goes in the area of showing up for yourself. You start to become reliable to yourself. Right. You start to know, like if your kid tells you, I don't want to, I can't, you're like, we're going anyway. And then he finds out he can and he liked it. That's the kind of thing that you can do.
And you're doing it with you.
For yourself during the challenge.
Self-parenting.
Right.
I mean, the other piece that we haven't really talked about is in giving up. Like you get 6 weeks into the challenge, it's old, it's, you're probably a little bored with it, like it's the same thing again, you gotta log my score, or you've missed 5 days in a row. Like the practice of coming back to knowing what you committed to and again, showing up in spite of how you feel. Right. Like it's just an incredibly valuable piece.
Did it for 5 weeks, I lost a week. It doesn't matter. There's only 2 weeks left. I got it all out of it. But actually coming back and fulfilling those 2 weeks. Yeah. It's again, I like the value in being able to say I did it because I said I was going to do it.
No matter what point value associated with it. Like what if you just came back and let's say you were averaging, 30 points a day. What if you just came back and let go of the need for any points? Right. What if you just got 5 points and you only focused on one category for the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, and I
could you get value?
If you did that,
you would get value,
and you would find yourself doing more anyway.
Absolutely.
Because you kind of brush aside the I can't do it, I don't want to, I'm not cut out for this, and you find out you can, and you are.
Yep. There have been several times when I've actually started the challenge because I've done 12. We've done 12. In the I don't want to, so I decided that I was going to just simply score my life. Like, let go, no rules. I mean, I pick a level,
Yeah.
but no rules. I don't care what it says I'm supposed to do. I'm just going to score what I do. By the end of the first week,
You're totally in it.
totally into the game.
Yeah.
Like, and I really would have argued that I wouldn't have been had you asked me before the game started.
Right. Totally.
So yeah, it's a great practice to be in that practice of showing up in spite.
Yep.